Our second game of two is ready to go from Clearview Regional High School as we've got the first round of the Tri-County Conference Championship bracket. We've got the Timber Creek Chargers as the home team, but they're going to be playing in the gym of the Clearview Pioneers here on Friday night basketball to close out the regular season. Hello, everybody. I'm Dan Wilkins, joined by Kevin Profico, the Clearview grad himself, on the call. This is going to be a good one tonight between an 11-11 Timber Creek team and a 10-14 Clearview team that both teams have a little bit to prove. They both play in tough divisions. They both play in tough predicaments, and both are South Jersey Group 3 opponents. But right now, Clearview has a much younger squad than Timber Creek, and they're going to look to try to make some revenge for when they lost in the regular season.
Clearview does have a much younger squad, as you said. They're led by their point guard, Mikey Pilecchia. 2 games ago, coming off a 26-10, which is really good. They also shoot a ton of threes. They make about 15 a game. Other three-point shooters like Alex Whitworth and TJ McGovern as well.
Yeah, well, Clearview is a team, as you mentioned, they are very young. They lost almost all of their seniors last year. There's not a single senior on this team that has been playing meaningful minutes in this squad for Tim Whitworth and his crew. But for Rich Bolds and Timber Creek, they've had a solid season as well, 11-11. They've also played one of the toughest schedules in South Jersey, and they're led by Jerome Ford, who's averaging 16.5 per game.
They are led by Jerome Ford, who's averaging 16.5 per game. He's a big. They like to do a lot of post work. They also have another guy, number 24, C.J. Atkins, who's got about 2.5 blocks per game, 61 on the year. And then number 4, Jaden Bolds. They're a big team.
They are definitely a big team. And listen, Timber Creek and Clearview, last game was the 5v12. This is the 9 versus the 8. The team that wins today will face the number 1 team in Kingsway on Tuesday. Clearview and Kingsway, you know, as a Clearview grad, it's a big rivalry. Timber Creek and Kingsway, we already covered them earlier in the year, but this is a Clearview team that is determined, even though they're the road team tonight, they're going to try to get it done on the home floor, and we'll explain that. First of all, Timber Creek had a heating issue. They had a pipe burst on top of their floor. It ruined everything on the floor 2 weeks into the season, so now they're playing all of their home games, more rather than less, at either Gloucester Township Rec Center or the Mullen Middle School in Blackwood. So this is an interesting predicament, but the home fans are still sitting on that side, and the visiting fans are still sitting on this side. And Timber Creek is still setting up as the away bench. So it's a little bit of a weird perspective tonight, but it'll be fun nonetheless. Timber Creek and Clearview is coming up. We've got a fun one in the Tri-County Conference Championship bracket, as it's Timber Creek 11-11 versus Clearview 10-14 from Mullica Hill, coming up right after this. All right, so we're almost ready to go. The first game was an exciting one, but Clearview pulled away for a 56-39 win over Cumberland. Now the boys will try to do the same, and they're going to try to advance to the next round to face number 1 seed Kingsway on Tuesday in the championship bracket of the Tri-County Conference Tournament. For a Friday night, the View crew never disappoints. It's always a packed house whenever we're here in Mullica Hill, but it's going to be a fun one. I'm Dan Wilkins. Kevin Profico is my color commentator. Rock Roberson is our producer. We're ready to go versus the Timber Creek Chargers on the right in navy blue and Clearview on the left in green and gold. Referee tips up, and we are underway here on this Friday night to close out the regular season. Technically, we've already closed out the regular season. Now in county and conference tournament play, the best time of the year here in South Jersey for basketball, as the first possession goes to the Chargers. It's Bolds over the middle. Now back to Ford. We mentioned the leading scorer, 16.5 points per game as he spins, fires. No good. He'll pick up the rebound. He'll go up and off the glass. It's good. Jerome Ford, first points of the day.
That was a great move by Ford there. You see him being aggressive. He wants the ball. And a quick 2 for the Chargers.
7:20 left. Here comes that 3. We talked about the aggressive three-point shooting. Offensive rebound. Palekia gets it to fall. The freshman goes inside that time. And it's 2-2. Now out on the right side is Ronald Johnston. The point guard flips it to Bolds. Now out to the right. And we're going to get a baseline out of bounds. They'll say that he stepped out.
It looks like both teams, may have the jitters early on. They're just trying to get settled.
They're having an issue with the possession arrow. They had the possession arrow pointing in the wrong direction, so it will remain Timber Creek ball underneath their basket. Moving out now, ball gets away. Nobody was there. They're going to hold on now. It will go back to the Chargers, who remain in possession after a bit of a slip up there. This one will go up, and it's good for Timber Creek.
Nice bucket by C.J. Atkins there.
Out to the right. Nice move. Turner, 3.
That was a great shot fake by Palekia, the freshman. And a quick 5-4 lead.
So 5-4 now as Turner gets it.
I don't know, Clearview seems to be aggressive here against this very tough Timber Creek team early on.
2 minutes gone in the first quarter, 5-4. As it goes out to Whitworth, the freshman. Back to Turner, the junior, leading this offense. And now up and no good. Rebound by the forward in Atkins.
No good by Palekia there, the freshman. Big
There's
moment
a nice
for him.
move, though. He'll go out to the left wing for 3, no good. Gets tipped up. Now moving back out to the semicircle. Mid-range, 2, no good. Another offensive rebound. Ford, pump fakes, jump stop, no good. Turner rebound, another chance, and Ford finally gets it down.
Man, Jerome Ford just being big there. Clearview size on the down level there.
Stopping there. That one will fall for Palekia. Pardon for Criticson. We'll have a baseline violation there. This will be inbounded by the Pioneers. Again, just 5 minutes left in the first quarter. A 1-point, 7-6 lead. Out on the right wing. Criticson moving over to Turner. Here comes Palekia, fires it out. Whitworth. Now back to Palekia for three, no good.
Palekia, a few early shots here.
This one goes up, and that one just rattles out for Atkins.
As we mentioned in the open, Timber Creek, a big team. They're doing a lot of stuff in the paint early on.
Three hits the wire. It'll go back to Whitworth. He'll go up from the corner of the paint. No good. Putback is good by Crittickson. Timber Creek's going to get a sub ready to come in. They're going to get Jacob Room. We've seen Timber Creek twice this year, January 5th versus Woodbury, and January 22nd versus Kingsway. Timber Creek would play Kingsway in the second round if they win tonight. And so would Clearview. It's the number one seed. Top four got a bye. Kingsway, Salem, Overbrook, and Delsey. And yes, Overbrook is in Camden County, so you'd think that they would get a Camden County tournament bid, but
a nice putback there by Atkins.
So they're going to get a foul and one. The and one shot, no good. 3:45 left in the first. 1 point lead as Bold's and one didn't go. Moving out to the semicircle. And a nice move to create some space, but no good there as Jacob Broom picks up the rebound. He'll go back to Ford. Pull up, good from Ford. So Jerome Ford, 6 points.
That was a nice mid-range jumper there by Ford. Got open, looked for a shot, cashed in.
Timber Creek is really going to rely on that low post offense. They've only made 76 threes as that one's good from Crittickson. 9 points.
You know, Clearview, a heavy three-point shooting team. Crittickson, one of those guys that may not shoot as many threes, but he gets one to go there.
Got it to go from the far corner, from the near corner. So we talked about Timber Creek, 76 threes made, as there's 77 from the near corner that time. Got knocked down by McPherson, and it's 13-12. Clearview, how about 221 going into this game? An astonishing mark, as here comes Whitworth, front iron.
That's a lot of threes, as you said, Dan. That's got to be the most in years for this Clearview program.
But it's what's made them successful. 10-14. With a whole lot of freshmen, they can really only go up from here. And in 24 games, they're averaging 9.2 three-point makes per game. And this being their 25th game of the season. With a 10-14 record, bit of a botched pass. It'll go out of bounds, and a collision sends McPherson into the second row.
This game's getting a little feisty early on, as you see. Both teams won it.
Darren Riddick's coming into the game. When we last saw Clearview, which was only a week ago versus Vineland, Riddick did not play. We believe he had been hampering an injury since his last game was January 22nd versus Deptford, and he didn't play for nearly a month as Riddick knocks it down. The three-point attack is back. 15-13. This is just a fantastic game so far, back and forth. We're loving it as it doesn't go. Ford puts it back, no good. Gets tipped. But again, Clearview is a team that's going to score a lot of points. Even in the games that they lose, they put up a lot. They lost a game versus Kingsway where they lost 87-77. 77 points is still a winning effort on a lot of basketball floors. We're going to have a travel here. Going to get called. That's going to get called every time on C.J. Atkins.
Yeah, and Timber Creek gets in foul trouble. Their last game had to get in foul trouble a little bit.
More so getting in fundamental trouble. They don't have any fouls on the board, but they've struggled with getting the ball out of bounds and traveling. But again, two different types of offenses coming together as this shot is good. Riddick inside.
Good move there by Riddick. It's nice to get him back after injury.
And that might be what could propel Clearview as they lost by 5 to Timber Creek. And these two played last. That was only in late January, was not that long ago. Played them on January 29th. My apologies, they lost by 11 75-64 as there's another three, and Rich Bolds will call a timeout. So will we. 53 seconds left in the first quarter. This is a hot basketball game. 17-16. We'll be right back. Back here from Clearview Regional, Rich Bolds called his first timeout of the evening. Primetime Friday night basketball. It's a one-point game, 17-16. With Clearview inbounding off the baseline. Riddick will have this one. A three-point palooza. Really, both teams shooting a lot of threes. Timber Creek trying to match the Clearview pace of play as Pilecki, too strong off the glass. He might have gotten blocked there by Atkins as Ford pulls up, stops it at the semicircle, and it's good. Jerome Ford, 8 points.
Ford again, I mean, you got to find a way to guard him. Their shots aren't all going to be in the post. Good job there by Ford.
He's not going anywhere. Turner to Riddick. He'll move out, goes out of bounds, right in front of the Creek bench. Pioneer ball.
This definitely seems like it's going to be a back and forth game the entirety of this one.
This one bounces, trying to save it on the baseline. It's good. Falling away is Jonah Turner. 19-18, 10 seconds left. What a high-scoring affair here so far. Timber Creek counting him down. Ford has time. Guarded by Riddick. He's got two. Fading away. No good, and it will barely bounce out. I almost called that one too early as Clearview and Timber Creek, a back-and-forth fiesta in the first quarter. This is going to be a fun one, 19-18. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Second quarter of action ready to go here from Clearview Regional High School. I'm Dan Wilkins, joined by Kevin Profko on the call. We've got Rock Roberson as our producer. 19-18, a really high-scoring first quarter, but it has been a fun one to watch as this ball gets away. Really can't breathe on either side. A lot of fast-paced offense and a lot of threes from Clearview, but Timber Creek unexpectedly has been shooting the rock really well and hasn't really relied on their low-post offense as much. That ball went out of bounds with a tip from Turner. This is going to be Timber Creek ball with Jerome Ford.
This is a very high-scoring game, as you said. I don't expect both of these teams to score 80, but somewhere in the 60s probably.
I think things will settle down in the second half. Right now, these teams are getting their best offense out of the way, and they're playing their best right now. As here's a scramble, no whistle. Whitworth, might have taken an extra step. He'll go back out. Back over for McGovern, it's good. Alex Whitworth, correction.
Whitworth, a great take there. I like how he just, didn't shoot three. He wasn't open, so he took the lane and finished for two.
That's one thing that Clearview does really well is that if they can't get a three ball, they do have enough tall forwards. I mean, they've got a lanky forward in Whitworth But Critickson's kind of in that same boat too, where he's not all that tall, but he can definitely drive into the lane. Turner does the same. It's good. Jonah Turner, 23-18, 4-0 run for the Pioneers.
Great move there. Looks like the Pioneers have a little something going here.
He'll spin around in front of the volleyball line. Got a good screen from Ford. Clearing it will be McPherson. Creek will take their time. Back over to number 3, Ronald Johnston. Here comes a 3, no good. Ford can't rip up the rebound, and TJ McGovern has this one.
They were looking for Atkins inside there. They couldn't get him.
Oh, that ball gets tipped away, and it's barely saved by Critickson. Back out, McGovern for 3, no good. It'll go back to Timber Creek. Johnston. Up and in. Nice move by Jaden Bolds. He's got 4. And Timber Creek getting back into the scoring column, 23-20. This game's just moving so fast you can barely keep up. As that ball hits off the top of the backboard, it will not count. It's kind of a dude-perfect shot right there. Hit off the rim, hit off of the top of the backboard, and then settled in, but it will not count. 23-20, 3-point game. Again, you can see that Clearview team running a very wide 2-3 zone.
Timber Creek's got a few turnovers here in the last few minutes, it looks like.
Yeah, I think this clean basketball that we saw in the first quarter where everybody was getting clean shots off, there wasn't a lot of defense, I think that's going to change. And I think as these players get more fatigued, he's got a wide open man in the corner, but he's going to heave it up. He's calling for it. He's not going to get it. He's still not going to get it. He hasn't gotten the ball 3 times. He's still open in the corner. 5, 6, and it's good. Doesn't matter if he's open in the corner. C.J. Atkins puts it down. You got to imagine Ronald Johnston couldn't believe that he didn't get the ball there as that shot doesn't go. I mean, he was wide open.
On that last possession, he had just too big Timber Creek, it looked.
But the 7th try ended in a slam by C.J. Atkins as now Whitworth loses it. McGovern lost it, rather. They'll feed it across the floor, and a lay. No, it just goes out. The easiest shots are the hardest ones to make here in Mullica Hill. Critickson, lay, too fancy.
Yeah, it looks like he just, rushed himself. You got to take your time there.
Both of these teams are rushing here as Ford can't get the lucky bounce. Another heave, another score.
Good bucket there by McGovern. We may see a timeout soon.
I can't imagine we're going to go another minute or so without a timeout. These two teams are playing so fast and loose. Somebody's got to rein them in. That was McGovern's first basket of the night. Now all 5 Clearview starters have a basket, including Darren Riddick off the bench with 5. Critickson leads the scoring with 9. Ford leads Timber Creek with 8. He'll go up. Atkins, another basket is good. 25-24. This is a great back-and-forth basketball game. I feel like I'm playing NBA 2K. I'm firing the ball down the floor. We're getting up threes. We're either getting up threes or we're slamming it into the lane.
Seriously, it's like you're using, Joel Embiid or something.
Oh, yeah.
They're just giving it into Atkins, and he's going to go on the smaller Critickson or even the smaller Riddick.
That basket by Turner. He's got 6 for the junior. Moving over to the left now, McPherson had an open look, didn't take it. Ford inside the semicircle. Takes a foul shot, no good. Might have been an over the back foul that was missed. But they'll move inside. Tries to draw the contact, and he does so successfully.
Nice job there, putting his body into him.
Yeah, when Critickson went up and he saw that defender was behind him, he kind of contorted his body a little bit to try to get that contact. And as soon as he did, he knew that he was going to either draw the foul or he was going to get at least a good shot at it, and that's exactly what he did. It was a little bit of a gamble. But Critickson gets it. He's got 10. Pileckia comes in for Riddick. And then 2 subs coming in for Timber Creek. So Ford and Johnston are out. The new subs are number 14 it's number 21, Cody Murphy. And do we have a no, I thought we had another violation, but we have a sub. New sub, though, is Jacob Room, number 20, along with Cody Murphy. Also into the ball game is Witherspoon for Clearview, number 1.
We'll see how Timber Creek does here. Got a new big guy into the game. 2 new big guys.
Yeah, we saw Murphy at some length in both of the games that we've seen Timber Creek before this year versus Woodbury in non-conference play and versus Kingsway. Really, every big man that Timber Creek has played really well. So we're now down to 3 minutes and a half. It was 19-18 at the end of the first, but the scoring has slowed down entirely here in the second. Ford's going to get ready to check back in.
Clearview is amped up a little bit here.
Here comes a 3. Tension and release. Left wing 3 falling away. 2-point game.
A great shot there by Bolds. I don't know if it was the best shot, but he got it to go, so nonetheless, it won't matter.
Listen, it don't matter if it's the best shot if you make it. That's the only risk, though, is that you have to make it. Turner to Witherspoon. Makes a miss. Makes him dance. Makes a miss! Corner 3!
A great fake there by McGovern. Seen a few of them.
TJ McGovern, 5 points. He made him play some hopscotch, as that one's no good. And McGovern picks up the rebound. This is incredible. 32-27. This is a great game. Turner moves on the baseline. Ball gets popped out, and it'll be Clearview ball.
These players got to be getting tired sooner or later.
Bolds will check back in. I think it's going to be – no, they're going to sub out McPherson. So they're going to have 2 big men on the floor. Actually 3 with Room, Murphy, and Ford.
They're probably looking to get, points down before halftime here in the paint.
Yeah, they want to cut this gap as best as they can, and that's absolutely what they're doing here. Oh, they had 6 guys on the floor. That was the issue. Oh. They had Room on the floor, and they didn't realize he had to sub off. Foul. Witherspoon.
I like Witherspoon in the game here. Kind of a defender that can do his thing.
More or less the 6th man. Although he was the 6th man when Darren Riddick was hurt. Now he's kind of more the second option off the bench, but still. Dom Witherspoon, 32 points in 22 games. He is a rebounder, though. Just over a rebound per at 24 rebounds in his junior year for the 5'8" guard. Put up a season high 5 points in 3 games this year. 3 off the mark, low arc, but Timber Creek gets the rebound. Spinning, can't get it there. Here comes Clearview. Moving this one up. And a timeout by Tim Whitworth. We'll take a break. Minute 28 left in the first half. We're going to have to catch our breath. This is a fun basketball game, 32-27. Welcome back to Clearview Regional High School. We've got a 32-27 game between Timber Creek and Clearview. Timber Creek technically is the home team for this game. If you were curious why Clearview is on the left, Timber Creek had a pipe burst 2 weeks into their season in their home gym, and they have had to play more or less on the road for the remainder of the season.
Looks like that Timber Creek student section, I don't know, not really here tonight.
It is, Blackwood's not right around the corner, but over in Camden County, right across the way from Camden County College, here comes a 3. Riddick, no good. And Riddick fading away from that. He walked away from the shot and set up a wide open rebound for McPherson. Ford draws the foul, and he's going to get 2 shots.
Yeah, you got to always follow your shot, always in basketball, because it could come right back to you.
It's exactly what he was looking for there. Jerome Ford, again, that's another one of those shots where it's not the cleanest form, but it's one of those where if you can draw the foul, it doesn't matter if you make the shot, you're going to get 2 foul shots no matter what. First shot is no good. For this second shot, let's listen into the View crew. That time it didn't work. It's good. Room checks in. But Ford goes 1 for 2. And it's a 4-point game with a minute and change left in the first half.
Might have jinxed him there, Dan, huh?
I've got a reputation of doing that. As this one gets blocked at half court, here comes Ford down the way, lays with the left hand off the glass. Check your deposits because the bank is open for Jerome Ford. He's got 11 points. Flying in is Criticson. Back out, Pilecchia, no good on the 3. And under a minute left in the first half now. Again, this is just an electric basketball game. You really don't know how to breathe in this situation.
Very fast pace.
Sliding over to the right now. Moving up, Room. Pulls up, can't get it there. Ford gets swiped at, no foul. Goes up, too strong. Pilecchia rebound, and now a travel call. So they will bring another sub back in as Johnston checks in for number 15 in Caden Blake. 23 seconds left, a super close game. We're going to get another late sub here. It's going to be Bolds in for Jacob Room. So he's been on and off the bench a whole lot tonight.
Bolds a little heated there.
I don't know what he was upset about, but he trails by 2. They'll take their time. They might hold here. 15 seconds, 32-30. Down to 12. They've got plenty of time now. Creek will set the play. The tension builds. As the ball comes out, they've got 3. They got to let it fly. Ford, no good. And that will end the half as a tangle at the top of the key. Pilecchia is a little bit shaken up as he got hit by Jerome Ford, who took a last-second 3, and he is limping a little bit as he goes to the locker room. Not a good sign, but Clearview leads the Chargers of Timber Creek 32-30 as we'll go into the halftime break here on Dan Wilkins Broadcasting.
Mental Health Awareness Month. It is the responsibility of all of us to make sure that our friends, family, and anybody who we hold dear in our lives is feeling well.
The problem with spotting mental health issues is that the symptoms aren't that obvious. Just because someone is okay or appears okay on the outside doesn't mean that they're okay on the inside.
It's important that if they are in distress, that they call the right people and they get the help that they need.
And it is very important that we treat each other with respect, regardless of who you are or where you come from. But it is just as important that we treat ourselves with respect, regardless of the situation going on in our lives.
If you're in distress, you can call this number, 988, or you can visit any of these websites if you're not in distress, but would like to learn more information about mental health awareness and research.
Book Dog Pro Wrestling for your next event or outing for the greatest action that New Jersey Pro Wrestling has to offer. Any place, any time, any setting, Dog Pro Wrestling will bring the action to you, and you won't want to miss it for moments like this. But don't just take it from me. Take it from Max Mundo, the Dog Pro Wrestling ambassador.
This is Max Mundo with Dog Pro Wrestling. Are you a civic organization, sporting club looking to fundraise? Then look no further to Dog Pro Wrestling. We do grand openings, corporate events, and much more.
And why not from some of the wrestling talent themselves?
I'm Vinny the Fixer, and I'm the champion of Dog Professional Wrestling. If you want to book the best, come see us. We're the cream of the crop. We'll come to any fundraiser you can think of. Just name the place, and we'll show up.
This is the upstanding Dylan Mesh, and for the entirety of my professional wrestling career, dog wrestling has been a mainstay for where I like to wrestle. So you can believe me when I say that it is quality. And I'm upstanding. I'm the only opinion you need.
Yeah! It's your boy Gabriel Hodder here with my man Matthew Oman. And if you want your events to be all fight, no flight,
then book Dog Wrestling so you can witness true primal fear. Woo!
In life, the road ahead is full of possibilities, but to navigate it safely, you need the right skills. Harper Driving School is the premier driving school serving Gloucester, Salem, and Camden counties. With experienced instructors, many of whom are teachers in local schools, we are dedicated to your success and will help you master the road with confidence. With an over 95% success rate of students passing their road test on their first try, you know your student will be in good hands while embarking on a huge step of their young adult lives, all while avoiding the lines at the DMV and getting insurance discounts.
We chose Harper, and so should you.
Welcome to the second half of action from Clearview Regional High School. I'm Dan Wilkins, joined by Kevin Profico on the call. We've got Rock Roberson on the production. It's been a good first half, 32-30. And after a bit of a dormant first half, look at the View crew. They are standing. This is a Timber Creek team, though, that has kind of fallen below expectations in this game. This is a team that they beat by 11 points when they played in Blackwood earlier this year. In fact, just a few weeks ago. So how do you feel how Timber Creek needs to improve in the second half?
I think that Timber Creek just needs a little bit more. You know, their size, their effort.
No, I agree. I think that really, as we get deeper and deeper into this game, Timber Creek, they are a low post scoring offense. It's mostly seniors. They look great, but the thing is that Clearview is just out shooting them. And it's not like these two teams are not familiar with each other. So, you know, I'm a little bit surprised by how this game is working and how this game is developing with a 2-point lead for Clearview at halftime. Timber Creek is going to get the possession, it looks like, to start the half. It'll be McPherson. Second half underway. McPherson, Johnston, Bolds, Atkins, and Ford, all 5 starters on the floor for Timber Creek. From the corner of the semicircle, no good. Pulling up, Atkins, no good. He'll try to force one down, foul and one. That ties the game. And the N1 shot will give Timber Creek the lead if he makes it.
Yeah, I think Timber Creek, you know, Atkins just getting the rebound there multiple times. Creates good offense.
Atkins makes all 3. He's got 9. And Timber Creek has their first lead. Well, not their first lead, but their first in a while, as it's 33-32. This one gets away. Palekia has it. Good to see him back into the game. He was limping to the locker room at halftime. Another putback. Ripping it away. Gets away. Here comes Allah. Back over. Ooh, tough one there. He's established the pivot foot, though, so he has to pass or shoot. No, he's going to get out of it there. So it looks like he was able to reestablish his footing to avoid a travel. He just had to switch there to make it valid, as Atkins from the semicircle, no good. Palekia rebound.
Timber Creek goes inside again.
Moving over, back out. Here comes Palekia for 3, no good. Just a minute gone in the third quarter, but already the offense seeming like they are not slowing down. I was curious if this offense was going to slow down in the second half after how intense it was in the first, but the answer seems like it has not.
This game for Timber Creek looks like, you know, they're like a 60s, 70s NBA team, and then you see a modern-day NBA team in Clearview who shoots a lot of threes.
You're exactly right, yeah. Ford, no good. Moving over to the side, Turner tries to find somebody, has to work around him, gets his speed, back over to the top. McGovern, no good. Put back, ooh, Criticson rushed it, but Palekia puts it back.
Yeah, Criticson looked like he might have thought he had that in the air. Palekia with the bucket.
Yeah, I think honestly Criticson really should have put a jump stop on that, really should have just planted his feet and taken the shot from there. I don't love the fact that he was trying to rush that off the glass. He got 6 minutes left. If anything, taking more time off the board is to your advantage. It's, if anything, a net neutral, and at best, it's a net positive. Moving over to the near corner. Back over to the right. McPherson, Ford, long 2.
You see,
Jonah. Semicircle, no good. And Timber Creek didn't really clear out there, so they'll get it back.
You saw Jonah Turner just trying to do something on Atkins.
Got a block there by Atkins as it goes out of bounds. Turner will end up trying to take care of business here as it'll be inbounded by Criticson, 34-33. And it'll be a kicked ball violation. By the way, we have at least one update in the boys Tri-County Championship. We'll get on that in a second. As now a quick pass inside. Good. Atkins gets it back, and the Chargers have the lead again.
That was a nice move by Atkins to get inside there and get the easy 2.
Now pulling up, Palekia, no good on the 3. Goes back to the Chargers. They've got an open look. Atkins slam! Timeout. Tim Whitworth as Timber Creek opens it up. Maybe not for long, but it's a 3-point game as a huge dunk by C.J. Atkins puts the Chargers ahead, 37-34. We'll be right back. Welcome back here from the Hank, the Lorraine-Ledden Gymnasium. We've got 2 score updates. Deptford, the number 5 seed, beat Gloucester Catholic, the number 12 seed, 71-44. They will be on the road at Overbrook in the 5-4 game on Tuesday. Also, we have an upset. Woodstown beat Cumberland by a score of 54-32 in the 11-6 game. So I'm very surprised by that because Cumberland's a great team, but Woodstown knocked them off. Cumberland did not score more than 10 points in a single quarter. Although I'm now confused by the scoring because NJ.com might have the score flipped.
Oh, really?
I'm going to be honest, I might be completely wrong here. So on NJ.com it says 54-32 Woodstown, and we've got another timeout called by Timber Creek. We'll stay here. So Creek gets a timeout charged. It's a 30-second timeout. On NJ.com, it says 54-32 Woodstown, but then I looked at the scoring, and Woodstown only had 32 points. So they flipped it. Cumberland did beat Woodstown. Hold up your Dewey Beats Truman newspaper here, but Cumberland will now be on the road versus Delsey, which should be a great matchup. I apologize for saying that. I saw a comment that said Cumberland beat Woodstown, and then I looked at NJ.com, and I said, well, Woodstown beat Cumberland by 22, but no, they did not. And indeed, Cumberland will have the first round win. The other games we're waiting on are Williamstown-Pennsgrove. So I don't know if we have an update on that game. It should be on BFA Sports, so we'll have to see.
That's very interesting.
I mean, it was a 5:30 tip, so that game should have been over by now. But after the timeout by Timber Creek, 37-34, and we do have a final. Williamstown did beat Pennsgrove 55-36 as that basket goes in. Johnston with his first basket of the game. It's now a 5-point lead, fires it into the corner for 3, no good. Gets tipped up, and Atkins brings down the rebound. Timber Creek's playing a heck of a lot better here in the third quarter.
I feel like that Johnston make was, one of the only makes besides, like Bolds and Ford and Atkins.
Over on the right side, it's McPherson. Back to the top. Ford. Back to the top again. Back to Ford on the right wing. Creek taking their time. Clearview has only scored 2 points here in the third quarter. Atkins pushes off. That's an offensive foul. That's pretty clear there.
Yeah, pretty clear foot push off by Ford there.
I mean, he really lowered that shoulder, yeah. Can't really go wrong with that. Under 4 minutes in the third quarter, 5-point lead here in a packed house on a Friday night. Over into the corner, Palekia, front iron. He'll pick up the rebound, races in for it, uses the speed, Riddick off the glass.
Nice job there to get the rebound and give it to Riddick. Still shooting those threes, though, our Clearview.
Yeah, they have not made a three here in this third quarter, but they've certainly not stopped attempting them. That's kind of what we saw when we saw this Clearview team last week versus Vineland. We saw a lot of efforts where they ended up taking a lot of threes, but Vineland closed in on that perimeter defense, and they won the game. Vineland also doesn't have a 6'8" center in Ricardo Johnson, but They do have Jerome Ford, which is the next best thing. He's in the semicircle. 3-point lead. Stopping on it is Bolds. He'll move out to the right wing. Now with the volleyball line. 3 minutes left in the third. Moves it inside. Riddick guarding closely. Ford will break. He'll move. He'll drive. He's got it. Jerome Ford, 13 points. Ooh, look at Johnston coming up. He's coming up limp on the play. It's blocked by Atkins. He was running behind everybody else, and he immediately signaled to Rich Bolds to come out, and they will sub in his place, Caden Blake. You can see he was immediately trailing behind everybody else. Here comes an open look. Right wing, no good on the three. Back to Ford.
Got to hit that if you're Whitworth. Open there.
Ford with the lay. It looked nice, but now a foul. Even nicer, it's an and one.
It looks like Timber Creek's getting their offense together here in the second half.
They are certainly getting their ducks in a row. As Atkins makes the foul, he'll go for the and one, and it falls. 15 points. He's had 2 fouls and 1. So 6 of his 15 points have been of that variety of play. But again, Clearview sticking with what works best. But this time, they're going cold. 44-36, 8-point lead for the Chargers.
Not much is working here for the Pioneers. They're going to just settle in a little bit, play together.
Yeah, Timber Creek has played an entirely different third quarter, and they've looked a lot better. Firing it out. Ooh, I don't know about that one. Ford, baseline, offensive foul again.
Yeah, that was real close there.
That, I think, could have gone either way. I think that was a 50-50 call right there. Riddick to Crittickson, who will take it back to Riddick. In the 9-8 game of the Tri-County Championship bracket, that was out of bounds, and Palekia apologetic.
They just seem a little out of sorts. We'll see if they can.
Witherspoon will come in, and they will also bring, after a brief absence, Johnston back in for Blake.
As I was saying, we'll see if they can get it back together.
By the way, we have all final scores in from the postseason bracket first round. Clayton beat Shalleck 94-79. Salem Tech Wildwood beat Salem Tech 68-31. And Highland beat Pennsville 74-18. So now the quarterfinal round is set. GCIT hosts Clayton. Triton already beat Glassboro. They played their quarterfinal round tonight, so Triton's already in the semifinal round. They'll play it on Thursday. They beat Glassboro 59-45. So Pittman will host Wildwood, and Washington Township will host Highland. Minute 20 left in the third. Bounce pass. Inside. It is good.
Atkins is almost nearly dunking it. He's got that much of a height advantage.
Well, the thing is, he's already dunked a handful of times tonight. He's already put on a show. No need to risk it by dunking it. Get an easy layup. Good pass. Another good pass. Riddick creates the space. Makes the three. Darren Riddick. 10 points off the bench for the recently injured freshman who now returns in this Clearview lineup for just his second game back from injury.
Nice basket there from Riddick.
That's a carry. McPherson disagrees with the call, but unfortunately that play will not suffice. As now another quick sub, Witherspoon out and Whitworth in.
This is where you got to convert, I feel like, if you're Clearview. After a forced turnover.
There you go. There's another force. Oh, man. Oh, my. This building just shook, and he didn't even make the dunk.
Wow.
That's a risky
my.
move, because that missed dunk could fire up this Clearview team. But Ford now has it. That would have been an incredible highlight if he made it. But now you've got 12 in the third. 10, 46-39 Timber Creek. He makes Riddick miss. He's got a screen. He's got 5. Ford moves up, gets it to fall with 2 seconds, and that will bring us to the end of the third quarter. Timber Creek, what a turnaround. They're the home team tonight, but it certainly doesn't feel like it. They're playing as road warriors with their names on the right side of the scoreboard as they lead by 9 at the end of the third. 48-39. We've got one more to play. Welcome back. Let's take a look at the standings in the Tri-County Liberty. This is an interesting group. This is an interesting division. Timber Creek at 11-11. Clearview at 10-14, but leading that division is Deptford, who has had an incredible season at 20-5. They just picked up their 21st win of the season with a resounding win over Gloucester Catholic. And then Woodstown and Cumberland right near them. They had another good game tonight in Seabrook, with Cumberland advancing to the next round in the championship bracket. Riddick, floater, good. And shots like that might be what Clearview has to rely on. Their 3-ball went dead cold in the third quarter. They may just have to, bite the bullet and deviate from their normal game plan, because it doesn't matter if it's what works for you if you're not winning the game.
Yeah, they might have to take it to the basket more here in this fourth quarter, somehow, some way.
But they're going to keep trying. And that one misses, goes out of bounds. Clearview ball was last touched by Creek.
It is also tough to take it in the paint against this Timber Creek team.
Definitely hard, definitely difficult. I know it's difficult, but we've seen mid-range floaters work. We've seen that. As long as you can, listen, Clearview's great at passing the ball. What's great is that if you can pass the ball, you don't need to make a 3. Create some offensive space. Oh, that ball comes down, gets the turnover. He's 0 for 2 on the missed dunks.
In a game like this, you got to just take the
layup. You cannot do that. There's no way that he should be in for the rest of the all right, if this game gets tied, he should sit out for the rest of the night. I mean, with all due respect, don't dunk the ball if you don't have to. It's an excuseless, it is an inexcusable cardinal sin as Ford makes it. And that's the kind of basket that they were looking for. You could see that Bolds was incensed.
That just looked too easy for Ford. He just flicked it up.
That shot got tipped. Oh! Turner took a hard fall, and it's going to be Clearview ball. And Bolds swiping him away, kind of dismissing the referee there. This will be McGovern to take it. He's got to get it out, and it's turned over. What happened here? The buzzer sounded. Now we're good. And Johnston makes it. The buzzer, I don't know if he misclicked it or whatever, but.
A few miscues tonight.
Yeah, in both games, it's been a little bit odd. Back to Pilecki. He's got an open look for 3. No good. Now you're down by 11, and you've got 6:19 left in the fourth. Timber Creek is running all over the Pioneers right now. I mean, you have to look at the game differently. You have to see that the 3-point ball is not working. Change it. You have the height. Darren Riddick, 6'4". He's the same height as the gentleman in the corner as that one goes.
Yeah,
for
they might have needed that about 5-6 minutes ago.
Timber Creek's just playing so well as it's a timeout for Tim Whitworth and company. Timber Creek, as we mentioned earlier in the broadcast, they're the home team in this game, but they were at neck and neck. They were playing not only against the Pioneers, but they were playing against a home crowd as the home team. 54-41, Clearview timeout. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Clearview Regional. Let's take a look at the Tri-County Royal standings. Clearview right now sits fourth at 10-14. Leading the division is the gentleman over at the Kingsway Dragons at 18-9, or 18-6 rather. Williamstown right behind them, as there's a foul. Washington Township at the bottom of that division.
Good job there by Riddick to get his own rebound. It'll be real tough to spruce something together, but you never know.
Yeah, that might be exactly what they need, drawing fouls. And Darren Riddick does just that. It's a game that has not had many fouls by any means. But Riddick has 12 points off the bench. He leads Clearview scoring. First shot is good. 54-42. So it seems like the missed dunks have not come back to haunt Timber Creek. I still don't like the fact that he did it, but we've got Ford coming in. They had to call their players back in to inbound it. They're moving up. Lay and good, falling away. Jaden Bolds, he's the third Timber Creek starter with 10+.
Too many of those layups tonight for Timber Creek.
And too many open layups. Here's a three. McGovern, no good. Riddick can't bring it down. It's Timber Creek ball. 56-43. And again, the finals of this Tri-County postseason tournament will be hosted at Washington Township, which is the number 2 seed in the postseason bracket. Here comes a deep heave football pass, too strong. That was an interesting play, but
you had him wide open.
Incomplete pass. Hey, that was a decent throw, though, if you ask me. I can't be too mad at that. Riddick moves back out, bounce pass. Riddick pulls up, semicircle, no good. Ball is loose again, goes back, they'll try another. No good again. Turner turns around, back. Oh, and he got pile driven in the corner. A hard foul. Couldn't really see the rest of it, but Turner got hit. It'll be the second foul against Timber Creek.
That was a really hard foul. Wow. Just
a lot of heavy
right
contact there, yeah. Here comes Crittickson. Bounce pass. Turner has it. Tries to make a man miss. He's just trying to create space. Riddick, top of the key, three. The tension has been released as Darren Riddick finally gets something to fall. 56-46.
They're going to need a few turnovers or something to get this game in the other direction.
Really close to an over and back there. Fires it to the corner. Fires it to the other corner. Ford back out to the volleyball corner. Still trying to get a shot off here, but they're not trying to rush. 10-point game. Timber Creek can afford to hold on here. Another pass.
If they're just going to keep swinging it around, you got to get
no pressure
right
to take a
them.
shot. They're going to force Clearview to make a mistake, or they're going to force Timber Creek to take a shot. Shot is in and good. Ford with 17. That one is good. Crittickson with 12.
Looks like some tired bodies out there on the court.
Yeah, Clearview's just not getting any breaks right now. They're going to have a foul here. It's going to be on McGovern. Jacob Room will sub in for McPherson. Actually, check that. He's going to sub in for Ford. And now Palekia and Witherspoon will check back in for Clearview. They will replace Whitworth and McGovern. Back beyond half court. 4 minutes to play in the fourth. From the Lorraine Letter Memorial Gymnasium in Mullica Hill. In Gloucester County versus Camden County basketball in the TCC championship bracket. Winner of this game plays the #1 seed in Kingsway on Tuesday. Both of these teams obviously have played Kingsway. Clearview has played them twice. There's an easy foul. Wouldn't have counted the basket anyway. So that's going to send, okay, yeah, the foul's on the floor. As it stands for power points in South Jersey Group 3, Timber Creek is right now 6th, so they would host Seneca in the first round of the playoffs. And Clearview, as of now, is 8th, so they would also have a home game versus #9 Morristown. Another hit, no foul, feeds it out. Had an open look, didn't take it. Again, no pressure here. There's another foul.
Yeah, they may have to play the foul game or something like that.
And we still have 3.5 minutes left. This is a really interesting strategy by Timber Creek.
Yeah, they're just swinging around, trying to waste time.
Jerome Ford.
You know, I was at a game way back when, the Patrick School in St. Augustine, and the Patrick School just held it for like the last 6 minutes against them to waste the clock and win.
It was the Patrick, was it their national team or was it the state team?
State team.
Oh, okay. I don't remember them playing St. Augustine.
It was way back.
Yeah.
This was.
Well, Kev, we're both like 20.
Ago,
we're both like 20 years old. Let's not say way back.
Yeah.
Like we're some old geezers. They're gonna start racking up these fouls intentionally here, and that's gonna give.
Yeah.
That's gonna give Timber Creek an advantage, or their bonus here rather. I guess you might as well get it out of the way, but.
Maybe it'll be the strategy, but
I think what Clearview is hoping here. Thinking what Clearview does here is they pick up the bonus early because they know that Timber Creek is not going to even attempt a shot unless Clearview forces them to, and in that case, they force them to foul. So you might as well just rip off the Band-Aid now and try to see if you give them that opportunity, try to get something off the floor here.
Yeah, you might as well be smart about it.
Might as well. Witherspoon checks out. Whitworth back in. Just joining us, it's been a good game so far, but now a 12-point lead for the Timber Creek Chargers.
They're going to need really quick shots here.
Yeah, quick press as almost stepping out. It gets tipped forward, goes halfway up the bleachers, played pinball up there. And now Criticson will inbound it. Back over to the top. Riddick, another three. No good. And the rebound by Atkins. Timber Creek has just done such a great job of boxing out. They've not given Clearview really any advantage on offensive boards. And there's a putback jam. Shaking the backboard as C.J. Atkins.
Big time flush by Atkins.
And again, that's one of those things that you might call a dagger, but those daggers can't be applied just yet. It's a 12-point game. And we've got 2:49 to play. Tim Whitworth calls a 30-second timeout. 2:49 left. Welcome back to the home of the Pioneers, except it's not their home today. Timber Creek is the home team in this game versus Clearview, the 8-9 game of the Tri-County Conference Championship bracket. Winner plays Kingsway. Timber Creek, we covered that game versus Kingsway as there's an intentional foul by Palekia. My only concern is that if Clearview racks up these fouls, if they come back in this game, if they keep intentionally fouling this early, first of all, if they keep intentionally fouling, we're going to be here until sunrise because it's 2:45 left in the game. We may have to start grabbing a sleeping bag, but Ford at the line. He's got 17 on the night.
It's a good point you make.
2 subs coming in. It'll be Turner and McGovern. They'll sub out Witherspoon and Criticson, who has 12, but Clearview and Whitworth, they've been making a lot of quick substitutions, a lot of quick shifts on the bench. It's been really a 7-man rotation. Riddick and Witherspoon have been the men off the bench as Ford gets that one to fall.
Clearview looking for a push.
Goes out of bounds. Who's got it? Clearview ball. Riddick will inbound. 2:42, 14-point game for Timber Creek.
Realistically, it's going to take a lot for Clearview to come back in this one.
It would take a lot of mistakes, and that's what Clearview's hoping for. They're hoping for mistakes. Riddick has it.
They're just going to take their time, it looks.
Oh, he tried to take it away from him, and there's a foul. Whitworth kind of wincing at that one. He disagreed with it. The coach Whitworth, not Alex Whitworth, that is. But another foul. Timber Creek still with the bonus. If this was college basketball, they'd be in the double bonus by now, but 2:27 left. So we're going to have a lot of foul shots here to the end of the night.
Yeah, if they keep pounding, we sure will.
He did miss his first, though.
I mean, Timber Creek may rack up, 75-80 here if we keep going in this way. Who knows?
Atkins makes 1 of 2. He's got 20. Palekia has it. Turner, Riddick for 3. And now Whitworth calls a timeout. I believe that is his last. So 2:17 left, and Clearview calls a timeout. So will we. 2:17 left. Clearview calls a timeout, 65-55. Back from the Hank Lorraine Ledden Gymnasium. Tune in tomorrow for Burlington County Tournament play. We've got a doubleheader coming your way. We've got the girls Delran versus West Hampton Tech at 9:30. And the boys Burlington Township versus West Hampton Tech. Panthers home team for both games in the quarterfinal round. And another foul, very quick foul. Wasted no time. So since we're going to be here a while, yeah, if Clearview keeps fouling like this, we're going to be here for a long time.
You got to try at least, I guess.
Yeah, I guess. People got plans, man. They got dinner reservations. They got
Valentine's Eve.
Oof. Well, tomorrow's Valentine's Day. I don't celebrate Valentine's Day. Not by choice, by circumstance, but first shot is good.
Yeah, I don't.
Well, this is why you work for Dan Wilkins Broadcasting. We don't. We're not exactly the. What's that show? The Bachelor. I've never watched an episode of The Bachelor, and they say, oh, I want to be a sports broadcaster. Both foul shots are good. This one's going to go out to Pilecchia, who sends this one back out. That one gets tipped. Clearview ball out of bounds. Gotta have a little bit of fun here.
I keep bringing it up. I know they're young, but wow, they just look for the three all the time. Does Clearview?
I mean, now they have to. That's the one thing that makes me worried about Clearview in the playoffs when they play Morristown. We saw Morristown earlier this year. They're another team that likes to play the low post and play perimeter defense. So if Clearview continues to be a one-trick pony, then they could be going down for a first-round upset. That's just my take. Moving out now, a little bit of a bobble. Another three, no good. Offensive rebound, Pilecchia finds him. Again, you see Clearview has made 221 threes going into this game. Another one goes for Turner.
One of the guys that doesn't make a ton of them, Jonah Turner.
Again, this is the strategy here. You foul them, they score 2. If you can get a 3, what's 3 minus 2? That's 1. You get a point back. When Clearview called their last timeout, they were down by 10. They're now down by 9. You're banking on them missing the shots. But you have to be careful about who fouls, because you can't keep up this charade forever. It just won't happen forever. But maybe they're trying to wear out Timber Creek here by sending them to the line an otherworldly amount of times.
And Timber Creek making their free throws.
Second shot is good. Johnston has 7. 69-58. I mean, you were right, Kev. You said that you don't see these teams scoring 80, but right around the 60 to 70 mark, you were right on it. The ball comes out. Riddick. Bolds wanted to travel. Riddick has it. Oh, big collision. That's a foul.
Wow. Yeah, he took a shot.
Yeah, you can see he's bent over, taking some favoring to his left leg in Bolds. It is Timber Creek's third foul, so if you can draw some fouls, maybe you can get Timber Creek over the bonus, and now both teams have a little bit of, kind of, you have one, I have one.
Now about 80 seconds left. Leads 11.
And the ball comes out now. They're going to go for another foul, maybe. They're trying to run out of it, and now they do foul with McGovern. But again, this team, this coach has to be careful with how many players foul here. They're basically banking on this game not going to overtime if Clearview comes back. Because if you go to overtime, you are absolutely just not in a good predicament.
We're going to need something for overtime.
They're going to need that bench if they go to overtime. That's the problem. Coming into the game after a brief absence will be Jaden Bolds. He'll sub in for Jacob Room.
If it did happen to go to overtime, that'd be the biggest comeback in DWB.
Second shot from McPherson. That one does go. 70-58. McPherson only with 4 points. Riddick out to the right. Pilecchia, 3. Oh, just ran out. And Turner couldn't get the rebound. Now he's behind on the play, and there's another foul. They'll send Ford to the line.
One of these fouls you would think is going to be their last. It's getting
I'd say maybe
time here.
If they don't get anything, probably 20 seconds, they'll let it go.
Yeah.
Because it's not the state playoffs.
Yeah.
It's not like you have nothing to lose. This is just a conference tournament, but that's the 4th for McGovern, and Ford misses. Because remember, when you're intentionally fouling, it's not just grab whoever has the ball. If you're the team that's getting fouled, you have to be aware of who are your best free throw shooters, put them with the ball in your hands. And if you're Clearview, if you're the team that is fouling, you have to be aware of who has how many fouls.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's the strategy that goes beyond, the basics of the game. Under a minute, running around the baseline. That ball went nowhere. Back to Riddick. Open look, wide open. 3. Alex Whitworth with his first 3-point. Clock is running. That's correct. The clock does run. We've got another foul, 41 seconds. Yeah, a lot of people get that wrong, that under 2 minutes the clock stops. It does not. especially if a team is losing. So 10-point game, 71-61. They're just going to pull everybody away. Timber Creek's not at the foul line. Clearview is in a huddle. Again, Clearview's at a timeout, so that's the best they can do. I'm not sure. The first shot is uncontested, so I don't know what. Maybe I'm not a basketball aficionado, but I don't know why he didn't allow him to take the first shot. Maybe it was the fact that the coaches were talking to the players. They weren't allowed to let him take the shot. But it's not like it's college basketball where it's 1-on-1, where if you miss the first shot, it's a live ball. So I don't know. I might have to look into that more. Shot goes for Johnston. Check that. Bolds made both. He's got 13. Put up. Another. They didn't even count the foul. He just tugged him in the back.
That's ridiculous.
Now here we go. There's a slam. That should do it.
I know the score, but that's still.
That's an exclamation point on this game. 15 seconds. Here comes a three. Palekia, no good. Timber Creek brings it down. Putback is good by Turner. And they're just going to walk it out. That could be. You could call a delay of game there. They're just going to let it go. Timber Creek advances to the next round of the Tri-County Championship. 75-63 over Clearview. This was a fun one tonight. The one that Timber Creek dominated in the second half, but they really, really had a fun first half. And I think that this game was great from start to finish. Really found Timber Creek to light the scoreboard up after trailing at halftime. This one definitely was a fun one, and I think that Timber Creek earned this win.
Seemed like a tale of two halves. Timber Creek in the first half, struggled a little bit to get together, and then in the second half they kind of pulled away. They regrouped at halftime. Ford, Atkins, they were dynamic to it tonight, second half.
Yeah, I got to say Ford is probably my player of the game. Atkins had 20, but Ford was a lot better of a post presence down low. Atkins had a lot of slams. He had a lot of putbacks, but I think that he was a little bit more inconsistent. I think that Ford was the better overall player. And listen, Rich Bolds leads a great team. They're 11-11 this year, but they're a little bit like a Burlington Township, where despite their record is a result of them playing a tough schedule, not a result of them not being a good team. They've played well, and they've earned this second round ticket, their quarterfinal ticket, to play the number 1 seed Kingsway Dragons on Tuesday night at Woolwich Township. So that's going to be fun. But Timber Creek, they really just were all around just a great level-headed scoring team. They didn't – listen, it was just like the Vineland game, because you were there on Friday. Vineland and Clearview was the same thing. Clearview led in the first quarter. They had everything going for them. They were draining a lot of threes. But then when that magic dust floats in the air and it comes back crashing down, it's exactly what Timber Creek did. They defended the perimeter, they locked it down on defense, and they found a way to prevent Clearview from getting any safe shots off. They did get a few open shots, but Clearview's just that good at passing the ball around that Timber Creek really was able to get the best of them tonight.
Just might be young a little bit, Clearview. Timber Creek really did get it going with their size down there, you saw, and just might have been a little too much to handle right now for Clearview.
I do see this offense being a great team in 1 or 2 years. I think this is the development part. This is why we play the game, and this is why if you're, Tim Whitworth, 10-15 with the 8 seed in South Jersey Group 3 doesn't look all that promising, but if you're talking about what these teams are capable of, I think that right now, that as it stands, Clearview's got a lot of potential. I think that their junior, Jonah Turner, when he matriculates to a senior, when he gets up there, gets into a swan song season, he's going to have a breakout. I think these freshmen, Palekia and Riddick was fantastic. He got 22 off the bench, and he's in his second game back after being hurt. He was out for a month. He did a great job tonight, but I think that Timber Creek, as you said, Kev, it was a battle of two halves. Timber Creek struggled a little bit in the first half, but once they locked up that perimeter defense, they really found a way to dominate.
It was, and I'm interested to see this matchup with Timber Creek and Kingsway. See if they can hang with Kingsway. Kingsway's a really good team, but you never know. Maybe Timber Creek pulls away with it with their size.
Well, they won by 6 when they played, because we were there back on January 22nd, just before the snowstorm. Timber Creek won that game by 6, so it'll be a fun rematch on Tuesday night. That'll be all for us tonight on DWB. From our social media coordinator, Haley Mejia, our graphics crew, Caleb Lane, Carson Rosso, and Fisher Giannotti. My producer, Rock Roberson from Rancocas Valley. My color commentator, Kevin Profico of Clearview Regional, but now of Rowan College of South Jersey. I'm Dan Wilkins. We will see you tomorrow for Saturday morning basketball from Burlington County in West Hampton Tech. Final score, Clearview 63, Timber Creek 75. Have a good one, folks.